Pathways, it's a research program consortium. It's a program that is trying to look at women's empowerment in a different way, in a new way, in the sense that not going with the sort of the stereotypes and what is known, but trying to look for the unknown or what is less known, what we're calling the hidden pathways to women's empowerment that often that women themselves have taken, maybe without any help from government or NGOs, or things that are less known or maybe more controversial. For example, we're looking at one of our research projects is looking at how women are using religion to also justify what they're doing, to feel comfortable about who they are, what they want to be. So reinterpreting religion in some senses, or instead of the common perception that religion is so conservative and restrictive of women, but how women can reinterpret their own religions for their own ends in a way. So that is, for example, we think one of the new pathways that is coming out. Also, there's been a lot of work on how media, for example, has this thing commodified women. But we'd also like to see how it's also enabling new images of women to come out, new ways of being that sometimes women are themselves proposing, so they're not just passive objects of the media. And these pathways, the interesting thing about this project is that it allows us to go all the way from what practitioners are doing in various NGOs or government programs, to what's happening at policy level, to what's happening in terms of activism, what various activist organizations are doing. So the people who are involved in this program have various backgrounds. We aren't all academics or practitioners or activists, but it's a nice mixture. For example, myself, the last 20 years I've been working more as a development practitioner in various development agencies, NGOs, but I'm also very much involved with a women's activist group called Nariboko. So it's from this combined background that I've sort of entered Pathways. There are some of us who are more from an academic background and who haven't maybe engaged with activism directly, but who are also interested in making sure that their academic work is also linked up with the women's movement and is also carried over into what various programs are doing. So there's this nice blend of people from various backgrounds and trying to work with these sort of different constituencies. So that's an interesting part of Pathways. Another interesting way of working is that we have these regional hubs. So we're working within our regions, but we're also tying up with what is happening, let's say, in Brazil, what's happening in Egypt and their hub. Some issues, for example, on the media research, we're hoping to make some connections with what Nigeria is doing on their Nollywood. So that still isn't clear, but it seems a potential area. The work we're doing on religion may also tie up with what the Palestinians will be doing, I think, on women preachers in Islam. So we see the common issues, and we still don't know whether all the dimensions are the same, but it would be interesting to ask the same questions in these different contexts and see if we get same answers or different answers.